Hi. So it's Thursday night, and I have spent my entire day trying to sleep and binging YouTube. I have been in pain all day, yesterday and today. I just couldn't handle the idea, the drive, the effort it would have taken to go to work today, and I feel like the worst person ever because of that. Definitely the worst employee ever. But I also really felt like I needed to do something productive, so here I am. And I'm going to attempt to talk without being depressing. Um, so today I binge watched a bunch of people. Um, Top of the list being Destry Smith, Captain Destes. And I'm always fascinated by people who have this ability to just be funny even though they're being filmed the entire time. Like, they just walk around with cameras and they spend all of their time on that camera. And I wonder what that's even like. I don't know that I can do that. I tried a couple times this week, but I don't think I'm a follow me around kind of vlogger for a few reasons. One of those reasons being that Maestro doesn't really want to be on the camera and he doesn't want his voice on camera, and that means it's just me. And I'm funny, but only with others, in my opinion anyway. So that means that my, follow me around would just be a, hey, I'm doing this thing, and that's fun. But I think if I had friends nearby, it would be easier, but of course I'd have to convince them to be on camera. So I don't know. I don't know how all of that works, but I think that follow me around vlogs are going to be out of the question for me. So I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to do all this. And for now, I'm just going to sit here and talk. But I did find that there are a lot of YouTubers that do scripted stuff, and that's definitely not for me either. Unless someone else is writing the script. You want me to be funny for you, I can do that. But I don't, I've never worked creatively like that. I can't do that. My creative work is done on a computer with mechanics and things like that in mind. I'm not very good at the whole writing thing. I've been told many times that I should write a book about my life, but I think that if that was going to get written, someone else would have to write it for me. I can tell the story, but I'm not very good at putting my thoughts down. Um, I can report on things. I was always good in English lit. It's not a passion of mine. And all I've spent this past 4 minutes talking about is things that I can't do. So that's great entertainment. um, but yeah, I was also watching like Morgan Adams and Shane Dawson and all of them, and that kind of culture I think would work for me if I had a group of friends who did this. But the problem is, I don't live in an area for that. I live in Michigan. And first of all, the top YouTubers in Michigan are companies. And second of all, the rest of them are, you know, not people who have anything to do with my interests that I'm aware of. I spend most of my time when I'm not working or recovering from working just knitting and talking to my friends and playing video games and watching movies and TV shows and YouTube and, I consume mostly. I can create. I've always been very creative, but I don't know that I don't know what I'm trying to say. Excuse me, sorry. I think that I'm struggling because I don't have the tools I need to do the things I want to yet. And I currently blame Micro Center for that because they told me that the computer was working and that it displayed and everything, and so I bring it home and it's still not working. The graphics card is still not displaying to any monitor in my house, with any cord in my house. And so my irritation level with them is way up. So I have to deal with that. And I hate that I have to deal with that because I'm going to get very angry. And I don't like being one of those customers. I worked retail for 6 years. I know what it's like to deal with people like I'm about to be. And I always hated them, even when they were justified. So I'm about to get hated. And I'm not okay with it, but I also really need my computer. Maybe things will be easier when I have that. Maybe they won't. I don't know. Right now, what I'm wishing is that I had the means and the guts and the wherewithal to just move, to leave Michigan, to go live somewhere where I would feel more comfortable, both physically and emotionally. Physically, Michigan's probably one of the worst climates for me. Wow. It causes a lot of my pain because the barometric pressure bounces around like a frigging ball and can't fucking settle. And that hurts me physically. And then emotionally, it's just really difficult to live in a place where I don't have contact with people of a like mind or interest or any of that. And that's just, the issues outside of my personal life. Like, that's just the issues with where I live. Not even the issues with, who I live around. So, I don't know. I just wish I could just bring myself to move to Pacific Northwest, to California. Yeah. Nevada even. I probably do pretty well in a dry heat. But I can't because my career ties me here. And my debts tie me here. And I have so many people I can blame for that. And the problem is that very few times is it me that I can blame for that. And I really wish I could just blame myself because at least then it would be me who put myself in this situation, but that's only part of the truth, and I don't know. I just wish I could move. I don't know, maybe someday I'll get a job somewhere else. That'd be nice. But no one wants to pay for me to move, and so I'd have to take huge risk. And moving from a place like Michigan to a place like, say, California is ridiculous because of the cost of living difference. To put it in perspective, we rent a 3-bedroom house, about 1,200 square feet, with a backyard and a 2-car garage, and, well, I guess it's a 1.5-car garage, but that's irrelevant. And we do that for $1,200 a month. As far as I know, you can't even get to that for rent on the coasts. And if you did, it would not be that cheap. And that's a lot, to be honest. That's a good chunk of my income. We don't need all this space. We just really needed a house, a place that didn't have shared walls. But sometimes I regret it. There's a lot more upkeep to a house, and when your management and maintenance isn't on site, like with an apartment, it's difficult to get things done. Like, our chimney has been broken for months now, and they still haven't sent someone else to fix it, so that's a whole other issue. But at any rate, I guess I should probably go to bed. And I'll just post this, because what else was I filming it for? I'm not talking to myself for my health. So yeah. I think that I'm gonna start writing down things I am interested in, topics of conversation, and maybe I'll start, picking a topic and making a video on it. Maybe that'll work. At any rate, I'm gonna go ahead and go pet the cats, pet the dog, kiss the man, crawl into bed, and hope I get some sleep, because I still haven't had much of any of that today. And hope that tomorrow brings a better mood and less pain. That's all you can really hope for, right? Anyway, have a good night, everyone. Sleep well. And I hope your tomorrow's good.